the quote-unquote fairy tale continues, much to the chagrin of probably every other football fan that isn't a Wrexham fan.
You idiot, you thought there was actual lava in a lamp.
No, I didn't, it was a joke.
You're so dumb.
Come the boy from Solver.
Pembrokeshire. Oh, no.
Yes! Croeso, welcome to the Concourse, the definitive Welsh football show. If you're new here, we talk about Welsh football from the top all the way to the bottom, keeping you in the loop so you don't even have to bother going on Twitter, reading the news. Stay off your phone, it's January, for crying out loud. I'm Ryan March, I'm joined by my good pal, partner in crime, Greg Kane, and he's going to tell you what's going on in the show today. Greg, what we got, mate?
Yeah, life partner,
business partner. Your business partner.
Yeah. So today we've got the good, the bad and the Cymru, where we're going to get everyone up to speed with the latest going on in the world of Welsh football, latest goings on. We're also keeping track of the man of the moment, Harry Wilson, and Wilson Watch. Jordan James has another game for us to play, which is huge, can't wait for that.
Yeah.
We'll be answering your big question of the week, and Social Club members will be reviewing The Damned United in the Film Club straight after the end of the normal show, so make sure you stick around for that.
Should we get amongst it, Greg?
Let's do it. So it was actually an extremely busy weekend for Welsh clubs and Welsh players, so I reckon the big result was probably Wrexham beating Nottingham Forest on penalties.
Yeah.
In the FA Cup third round.
It was a pretty mad game. I was at the pub with some mates, and we were having food, and the game was on in a different part, and one of the boys could see it, and every 2 minutes he was like, gulp, gulp.
Yeah.
And then I exquisitely timed my arrival back home to get home just as penalty started. So if anything, I think I'd happy to forgo all football and just watch penalties.
Yeah.
Because it's the best way to watch football.
Yeah.
And what a shootout.
Yeah. Extra time as well. I think Wrexham were sort of holding on, weren't they?
Oh, extra time. My hot take would be to just get rid of extra time full stop from all football. I think it's a waste of everyone's time.
I completely disagree. Completely disagree, in the words of the guy from Subway Takes. I think that going straight to pens feels weird. They do it in the Charity Shield or Community Shield. I don't like it. So there we go.
Yeah, but no one goes for it in extra time. Do you mean
they do? Sometimes there's loads of goals in extra time.
Get rid of it.
If you get rid of extra time, you get rid of so many amazing moments. Like, you know, when players are out on their feet and they're proper grafting.
Greg, it's 2026 for crying out loud. People's
thinking,
attention spans are done. We don't need the extra half an hour.
2005 Champions League final, right?
That get time, over it. It's fucking
3-3 at full time. And then
21 years ago, mate.
You've got Jerzy Dusek, double save.
I don't care about Jerzy
Jimmy Traore clearing it off the line.
Don't care.
You've got Gerrard cramping up, Carragher cramping up.
Who cares?
They battle through, and it's
English football
AC
club.
Milan team. Yeah, I know,
Who
but
cares?
I'm just saying, that's the beauty of extra time. Anyway, let's not get bogged down.
But Wrexham won on penalties, and it was a great shootout. Yeah. I've got to say, the noise at the racecourse when that went. I mean, Charlie was there working. Hardest working man in Welsh sport, I think. Now I was going to say football, but I think in all of Welsh sport, he was there taking it in. And yeah, I mean, one positive from a Welsh perspective, Nico Williams scored his penalty. Obviously, with March on the horizon, the playoffs on the horizon, we could need a shootout. So it's good to get see a couple of Welsh lads, knocking balls in the back of the net. He scored his goal against Poland, I believe, didn't he, Nico? But it was a very good penalty.
Yeah, and obviously it was a bit of a weird game for him because obviously he's local to Wrexham, isn't he? And
Kevin Mowd.
The Wrexham fans were kind of cheering him in a weird way. And I was wondering when he walked up for his pen, were they going to boo him? And I couldn't... Charlie, you were there. They were booing him, yeah?
There was a bit of a boo, yeah.
But then when he scored the pen, I thought, do you know what? I'm happy for Nico there. Because if he had missed, it just would have been a weird feeling. And yeah, get it scored.
It was a pretty half-arsed boo. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it was a bit like, lad from Wrexham.
Yeah.
Commentator... he was on the Welsh international steps up at Wrexham, and he's like, he was born a few miles from here. Reference it, mate.
Come on.
But yeah, great pen. But I think it was a fantastic shootout. Great win for Wrexham. Just another sort of notch on their belt as the sort of the the quote-unquote fairy tale continues, much to the chagrin of probably every other football fan that isn't a Wrexham fan or Wrexham adjacent. So
fans of every
on
other
they
Welsh
march.
club rolling their eyes at that, but it's hard to disagree with what they're doing. And I think it'll be interesting now to see if they can push for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Other big result, well, I wouldn't say it's a big result, but Cardiff drew away at Leyton Orient. Salek, the goal from Salek,
is
what a goal, mind.
It's a great goal. Just he's a phenomenal footballer, and probably the best striker Cardiff have had for, well, at least since Kiefer Moore, and then probably if he's better than Kiefer Moore, I don't know. It's not for me to say. It's early days.
He's doing it in League One, so we'll have to see. But I mean,
he did it in the Championship in a very bad Cardiff team. To be fair to him, so I think Cardiff-wise, like that's just a result that you've just got to take. You've got to move on. What I did see this weekend is Cardiff have the best points per game in the EFL at the moment. So I think that's something to be...
well, they're on for a 100-point season still, I think, are they?
I think so, yeah. I don't know if that might just notch it under, yeah. But I think we're on about the same points as Wrexham were at this point last year, and they ended up on 92. So, I'm still very confident. But, you just got to win your home games, which Cardiff are doing at the moment. Get what you can away. Big game next week, away to Bradford, who are obviously... sort of going almost point for point with Cardiff at the moment. I think Cardiff got a few points on them, but they don't seem to be slowing down. So Bradford next week, that's a biggie. So one to keep an eye on. Yeah,
and if you have not seen the Salek goal yet, have a look. It's great. It's like a great example of just a big striker putting himself about, maybe on the line, whether it was a foul or not. They were both. It was a bit of both, wasn't it, on the halfway line? Kind of pulling each other's shirts, and then he just gets away, and then just gets around the keeper, and then just puts it right in the top corner where it needed to be.
Yeah, he sort of had because he delivered. When I wasn't watching the game live, and I saw a few boys say like how good it was, and when I saw that he rounded the keeper, I didn't realise, and that would also take some real skills. So, fair play to the big man.
Yep. Swansea got knocked out of the FA Cup by West Brom.
Yeah, what a shame.
Yeah,
not going to let my club biases come through here.
This podcast is Together Stronger.
It is. I didn't watch the game, but I mean, I don't think Swansea will lose too much sleep over getting knocked out of the FA Cup. And they've rallied under Matos. They're doing all right in the league. I think they just need to make sure that they keep their, heads above the water, don't get sucked into the relegation battle, and settle for mid-table obscurity again. And hopefully Matos can get a bit of momentum. You never know a late playoff push in the Championship, but I think it's just a case of, it looked a little bit squeaky bum time earlier in the season. Level out, look ahead to next season. But they won't lose too much sleep. On the subject of West Brom, though, obviously a new man in the dugout for them announced this yesterday after the game. Eric Ramsey was part of Page's coaching staff, left after... I can't remember when he left, but he left, I think, after the Armenia game. Went to go and manage Minnesota United in the MLS. Obviously, Welsh coach, very highly thought of as a coach, been at Man United, brother of former Bala goalkeeper Alex Ramsey as well. Nice to see another young Welsh coach in the Championship. Might be one to watch for the future.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you say, always good to have Welsh coaches doing well, and then have them as an option as head coach for Wales going forward. Other Welsh interest in that game, obviously, aside from Swansea playing. Chris Mepham missed the penalty.
Not good. Get him out of the 5.
He's not in our 5.
Not in our 5 for March.
Sorry, Chris. Ben Cabango scored one.
Yeah.
If he's on the pitch,
get him in.
Wouldn't mind it.
Would you pick Ben Cabango over Chris Mepham purely based on that now for March?
It's a massive call. Imagine. Craig, if you're listening, I wouldn't do that. Ollie Bostock, who he's represented Wales under 16, 17, under 19, I think. He's actually English born. Yeah, he was born in Kingston upon Thames.
Someone's been on Wikipedia. But
and no, this is just all knowledge, mate. How dare you? This is all coming from my brain. Yeah, no, I've definitely been deep diving there. Because I didn't realise that either. But he scored the winning penalty, so, get him on the bench, Craig, for March.
Yeah, bring him on in the 121st minute.
Yeah.
And then let him miss his penalty.
Yeah. And that's all he'll ever do in a Wales ship. Merthyr, big 5-3 win away at Worksop Town.
What a mad football club.
I know.
Imagine being a Merthyr fan and following Merthyr at the moment. It must just be the most fun. It probably is, other than the late 80s, sort of around the time of the Atalanta game. It's probably their golden age at the moment. Yeah. obviously losing Ricardo Reis and then also Will Spears went back on loan to Cardiff, who've been two of their most important players this season. There's probably a bit of a fear that maybe that was sort of, they would slowly start to drop off. And obviously, the window is still a long way to go. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're just having a great time.
Were Merthyr, I think they were in the same kind of level as they are now when they beat Atalanta.
I think they might have been the
Or
conference.
Or do you reckon National
It was a different. The pyramid was in a different sort of format. So they've never actually been in the National League North or South.
Yeah.
But they've been in tier, whatever the same tier is. But the tiers have changed and they've added new ones, taken ones away and stuff.
Right. Okay.
So I think when I did the research for the Mundial piece, it was a weird one where they've been at this level but not really at this level. They added this sort of. Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah,
it's not. It doesn't matter right now.
I
but what a laugh! They're having a great time.
They're having a great time, and life after Ricardo Reis.
Yeah,
they're still scoring plenty of goals. Corley Cox got a hat trick, and they're still in the playoff position.
Boyhood friend of Jordan James, Corley Cox.
Is it?
Yeah, he's from Hereford,
okay.
and so is Jordan. I was told by our Merthyr insider.
Yeah, our Merthyr correspondent.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, so I mean that's good for them. Because there probably was a bit of a worry losing their star man that they would struggle, but they're still, they're in the playoff positions and not far off top. And I think in that division you need to finish top to qualify automatically, and then it's second and seventh playoffs.
Promotions in non-league in England are just disgusting.
Yeah,
you've got to just
it's brutal, isn't it?
It's brutal. Yeah,
like
you can have
Wrexham were in the National League.
Yeah, I think they got over 100 points and didn't go up. It's insane.
Well, they won the league with over 100 points.
Yeah,
Notts County finished second, and that was extremely harsh.
No, I think going back, it must have been 10, 12 years ago. They finished second to Fleetwood, and I think they had either 99 points or 101 points or something like that. Okay. Jamie Vardy was playing for Fleetwood at the time.
Oh wow!
And then they went up Fleetwood and stayed up since. But
yeah.
And then it's like a once in a generation season. And someone else is also having their once in a generation season and just pips you to the post.
Absolute killer.
So, yeah.
Cool. Cymru Premier, all the games were off.
Yeah, the classic last day of phase one postponements, second year in a row. Yeah. It's almost as if, arranging games for the middle of January when the weather's terrible is not a great idea. But, it is what it is. You can't account for the weather. All the games will be played on Tuesday now, the final day of phase one. Still quite a lot to play for. Yeah. Should be some interesting ties.
So what are the big ones in there then?
So obviously for people who don't know, 12 teams in the Cymru Prem, everyone plays each other twice, and then it splits in half, top six, bottom six, everyone plays each other twice. To be in the top six is your chance to get into Europe. Bottom six, you can win the bottom six in 7th spot and get into the European playoffs, and then obviously try and avoid relegation. So lots to play for. There's 4 teams left that can go either way, so 2 spots available in the top 6. Looking like Colwyn Bay will do it. They'll need, I think, like a 8-goal swing with Cardiff Met. Not ridiculous, because Colwyn Bay do have to play TNS. Obviously TNS are capable of putting a beating on anyone when they want to. Haverfordwest need a 12-goal swing with Barry. Barry have got to play Llanelli, who are sort of down and out at the moment. Their manager's just left, so looking unlikely. So it's really between Barry and Cardiff Met. Barry are home to Llanelli. Cardiff Met are away to Penybont. So based on paper there, you've got to think Barry will be favourites to get with Colwyn Bay to round off the top 6 with Carnarvon, Penybont, Connors Quay and TNS. And then likelihood will be Met, Haverfordwest, Flint, Britain Ferry, Bala and Llanelli. But who knows? It'll be an interesting night, I'm sure. Plenty of drama. Llanelli, without a manager, they'll still want to sort of prove that they can mix it and have a little go at surviving. Outside of those games, though, obviously, it's weird when phase one comes to an end, because you get sucked in by, the top 6, the battle for the top 6 games. But Bala, this is Flint on Tuesday night. Bala, who've slipped into the bottom 2, obviously a mainstay of the Cymru Premier for a long time. They've got to go and play Flint, who are 1 point and 1 place above them. So that's going to be a big game when it comes to the relegation battle. Because I think
Bala played TNS Tuesday just gone, didn't they?
They did.
And only lost 2-1.
They had a right go,
late goal, so that would be encouraging for Bala.
Yeah, one to keep an eye on then, as well as obviously TNS being sort of pulled into a bit of a title race with Connors Quay Nomads at the moment, who have just been on fire. So yeah, one to keep an eye on. Great news for the Cymru Prem generally, though, isn't it? It's a bit of excitement at the top. Yeah.
next, so we'll do a quick run through then, I guess, through what the Welsh players in different teams got on.
Yeah.
Or how they got on, I should say.
Go for it, Greg.
So Brennan Johnson on the losing side of the biggest upset at FA Cup history. Not ideal.
Not a great start for his time at Palace. I think it's a bad time to be joining Palace. They're having a bit of a wobble, aren't they?
Last week we had this as the good.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the Cymru, but I think that it's
certainly in the bad camp here, isn't it? Oliver Glasner just not happy in his job. I think he was linked to United. I don't know. I don't follow enough of it. But yeah, not great for Brennan.
Well, I think for Glasner, I think he was annoyed at the lack of transfer activity in the summer. He obviously didn't want to let go of Mark Gay, and he got his wish in the end. But then, yeah, it's become a little bit tricky in terms of now trying to hold on to him now and in the summer. So, yeah, a bit of discontent at Palace, which is unfortunate for Brennan because he has started the games he's been available for so far. Bit of a stinker for him as well in that. So they scored a free kick. Nottingham Forest. Not Nottingham Forest. Spurs.
He hadn't played for Nottingham Forest for a long time, Greg. So Charlie enjoyed that one.
It was Crystal Palace against Macclesfield Town. Is that correct?
I don't think they call Macclesfield Town anymore because they're sort of a bit of a phoenix.
Right, the Silkmen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was Crystal Palace against the Silkmen. And yeah, so what made me laugh was they scored a free kick towards the end, Palace did, and the commentator said Johnson, he thought Brennan Johnson had taken the free kick, and it was a lovely free kick, edge of the box, top corner. And I was like, bloody hell, did Johnson score that? And then I was like, I didn't think that he had that in his locker. And then he didn't. It was Jeremy Pino. So that was a bit of a, went from, I don't know, a bit of a, what's the right word? Salt in the wound for Brennan there.
Yeah.
Just a bad time all round for him, unfortunately, at the moment. So, yeah.
I've been on the wrong end of an upset at Macclesfield myself. Went to Macclesfield away with Cardiff in the third round of the FA Cup in 2013. Cardiff top of the Championship at the time, as the year we got promoted.
Yeah.
And lost 2-1 in Macclesfield. Huge rotated Cardiff side. Do you know who scored the goal for Cardiff that day? I'd be amazed if you do.
Chopra?
No, Nathaniel Jarvis, currently playing for Newport City in the Cymru South.
That's never good.
As a youngster. So yeah, that was a good day out.
Nice, yeah.
Cracking ground though.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but yeah, great terrace behind the goal, open terrace, just beautiful.
Is it the same one that they played in on the weekend?
Yeah,
it looked like a proper ground.
Yeah, fantastic ground.
Another thing, so the trivia from that was really, really good. So this was the first time a non-league team had beaten the cup holders since Palace did it themselves in 1909.
Well done.
So what a start.
That is pretty mad, isn't it? Pretty mad.
I really liked after the game as well, Mark Gay having a heated debate with the Palace fans behind the goal. That is proper football.
It is. You can have heated debates with Cymru Premier or Cymru North and South players every week if you wanted.
Yeah.
Just go and abuse them and they will give it back. Yeah. I have been on the wrong end of it multiple times. So yeah.
Who have you been abusing?
Let's not go into it. It was a bad time in my life. I learned a lesson. The hard way, Greg.
Good for you, mate.
Yeah.
Big respect. Di Brooks, lovely goal for Bournemouth against Newcastle in the FA Cup. Yeah. Nice little bit of footwork, cut in, curled it in, bottom corner. It's vintage. It's
things you want to see in it
Absolutely
at this point. Much needed.
He's still ticking over for Bournemouth, which is nice to see.
Yeah. And then obviously we had the Leeds, the cabal of Welsh lads at Leeds. They were playing Derby, which was a fantastic game considering we are covering the Damned United in our film club for Patreons after this episode is done. So
which was 100% planned. We definitely knew that, didn't we?
No, it wasn't planned. I think we just got to embrace the serendipity, Greg.
Yeah, complete coincidence.
But yeah, Ampadu played well by all accounts. Carl Darlow had a rare appearance, so good to see him ticking over. Less said about Adam Davis's appearance for Sheffield United against Mansfield, probably. We'll leave that for now. Joe Rodon's still out, Dan James still out, so well done, Ethan Ampadu and Carl Darlow.
Yep, and obviously there is an elephant in the room there, the big man Harry Wilson. The man of Wales.
The man of Wales,
by a fan behind you at one point.
Yeah, honestly, I've written on my notes here that I think he's probably the most in-form Welsh player since Gareth Bale 2012-13 at the moment.
It's a big call, but it's hard to disagree. I'm trying to think.
I did also say shout out Aaron Ramsey 13-14. I think he had a particular. It was the year he scored a header at Cardiff, and the Cardiff fans gave him a standing ovation when he scored. It was a very weird moment. I think we were already like 2-0 down at that point. But
the Ayatollah when he scored.
I'm not sure. He was just saying, "Oh my head, my head." Good time for the. Let's not go too much into the Ayatollah at the moment and the sort of, you know.
I hope everything's okay over there. I hope you're all doing well, if you're listening.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think Harry Wilson at the moment is just, his goal is something. I think it's a great goal. Like, it's not his greatest goal ever. I mean, because he's got a hell of a portfolio.
Yes.
But his assist is sublime.
Unbelievable.
The assist is the real headline there.
Yeah, I just want to say, though, before we go any further, that we have someone on the ground who's keeping an eye on Harry Wilson for us. So
is he? Can I ask this question first before we do hear the report from our man on the ground? Is he the only Welsh Fulham fan? Our friend Mitch.
He hasn't met another one.
Yeah,
there's obviously quite a few fans of English clubs in the Wales kind of fan
tends to be
base.
bigger clubs.
But there are
you might have a pocket
ones.
of he
knows he's quite friendly with a guy who supports Luton, I think. Luton Town.
I know a Welsh Sheffield Wednesday fan.
Yeah, and he's English as well, as I should say that they call him Welsh Dave sarcastically, but he's English.
Why
you might listen.
The fuck is he watching Wales then?
I don't know, but he's not the only one, and you'll listen.
If they want to support Wales, they can. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Of course. Little bit of prejudice there sneaking out.
I'm joking.
Yeah, we're joking. But you'll hear from Mitch's accent as well that he's English born, but he did move to Carmarthen when he was quite young, but he still very much sounds like he's from England. So should we hear from him? He was at the game across the weekend. So
on Wilson Watch.
He was on Wilson Watch. Yeah, let's do it.
Harry Wilson Watch.
Intro done, boys. Fucking lovely.
Hi, Ryan and assistant Greg. What a week for Harry Wilson. First of all, down in those shit bags from SW6. Scoring that goal on his right foot, by the way. His first goal in the Premier League on his right foot, believe it or not. And an FA Cup, he probably thought, I'll have the weekend off. Not the plan. 1-0 down at half-time. Comes on 55. Scores 61. Assists in 93. Assists Kevin. I mean, the bloke can buy a goal. That's what Harry Wilson does. Looking ahead to the playoffs, fairly confident. I'll see you in Canada. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you very much, Mitch.
Yeah.
Insightful.
What a man.
We did mention that he scored against Chelsea in midweek as well.
Yeah, he scored a lovely goal against Chelsea.
It's insane.
He is on fire. Honestly, it's like unbelievable.
I think that's now 6 goals, 5 assists in the last 11 games, I think. Something stupid like that.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah.
Do you know what
Long may it continue.
Yeah, well, do you know what I really don't want to happen?
What?
Do I even speak it into existence? I'm not sure I want to.
Let's leave it there, Greg.
Are you sure?
Should we leave part 1 there?
I think people are thinking the same thing.
It's not going to happen. Let the boy play.
Imagine if it did, though.
It's not going to happen.
I'd jump in the taff.
There we go. The Alternative Wales Social Club is alive and kicking, and it's the reason we get to do what we're doing. So thank you to everyone who's already subscribed. Greg, what have we got coming up on the Social Club this week and beyond?
Well, so obviously straight after this, if you are a member already, we're going to be talking about The Damned United, which we watched last night, and I absolutely loved it. We'll talk more about that later. What else have we got? We've got Nice to Get Out for an hour. Are we going to talk about that now?
Well, it's not officially announced yet, but we're hoping to announce it in the next few days. Just trying to dot some I's, cross some T's, etc. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some pre-match events as part of the Social Club for before the Bosnia game, and hopefully a playoff final. So yeah, lots to look forward to, and hoping to get some five-a-side going in the capital as well, for people who are in Cardiff. So keep an eye out for that on the socials and all that stuff.
Trying to think if we've got anything else coming up.
There'll be more.
Yeah. Nice to Get Out for an hour. We should say it's sort of like an indie club night. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a couple of guest DJs. Me and Ryan are going to do a set, I think, which will be absolutely mental, eclectic.
Yeah.
I won't play any country.
No, God,
I
no.
will.
No, you won't.
Club
no, you won't. It's an indie alternative night, mate.
Take me home this dead country road. It's going to end up like retros, like Pop Will, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be a laugh. So get yourself down to that. Obviously, members go free. We don't know how much tickets are for non-members yet, but still, even if you're not a member, you're more than welcome.
You can sign up on patreon.com/Alternative Wales. It is the best way to support everything we're doing. Right, Greg. Now that's sort of admins out of the way,
Yes.
we can get on with the big question.
Yeah, baby.
This week's big question. Now, the point of the big question is to answer some of the real ongoing, it could be current events, it could be the grand questions of Welsh football, it could be some really sort of serious stuff, and it could be just stuff that comes to mind. Because this week, Greg, obviously, it's been the English FA Cup, not really much going on in the Cymru Premier and the rest of the Welsh Pyramid, a weekend blighted by the weather. So this week's big question, something that I've thought about a lot, is if Welsh footballers were to play another sport, what would they play?
Before we get into that, I just remember, I looked at Charlie and I remembered he did ask what would happen if you drank a lava lamp, and I feel like we do need to just quickly cover that. What do you think would happen?
Well, you'd burn your insides, wouldn't it? Because it'd be
but
lava.
Yeah, but it's not hot, is it? You have to
That
put
was
the
the
heater
joke.
on.
That was the joke, Charlie. It was a joke about drinking lava, and you've just completely sandbagged it.
You idiot! You thought there was actual lava in a lamp.
No,
Why-
I
you
didn't.
are
It
so
was a
dumb.
joke.
You're so dumb.
Yeah. Look, I would avoid it.
Okay, I think
You don't see lava lamps much.
I just bought one recently.
Oh.
I bought a lava lamp recently.
Everything all right at home, mate?
I just want to feel a bit more zen. It's really relaxing.
Such a Gen Z, isn't it?
Yeah. All Zen Malik over there, like.
Yeah, I think you go back in time.
Yeah.
There, I've said it.
Right.
Wake up in the 70s.
Back to the matter
I'll
at
drink.
hand.
Sorry, I'll drink it later and I'll let you know.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, Patreon. Sign
Yeah.
up to the Patreon. Charlie will drink a lava.
If that doesn't make you sign up, nothing will.
Yeah, now that is, if nothing, if not social.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Give the people what they want.
thanks,
today.
Charlie. Power to the pobble. Okay, the big question, Welsh footballers. If they were
Yes.
playing other sports, what would they be playing, Greg?
Yeah, so I had my first one. I'll go with Chris Mepham. I don't know why I can just imagine him playing snooker.
Do you know what?
He's just got the build and the look about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I've got Chris Mepham down as golf.
Okay.
I can imagine him in the
also
Ryder
imagine
Cup
golf.
team in a
Yeah.
nice sort of fitted polo
Yeah.
and lovely slacks.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd have a lovely swing on the boy.
Oh,
and yeah, for snooker, I did actually have Mark Harris.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a
Yeah.
naughty boy in a snooker hall. And Rhys Norrington Davis looks like a snooker player
Yes,
for some reason.
he does. I can just imagine him in like the...
Yeah.
They don't wear tuxes, do they? But
Well,
it's kind of
yeah, they
like
wear
quite smart
suits, don't-
waistcoats
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely picture that. What
Yeah.
else you got?
Ben Davis, I could see him in a test cricket team.
Yeah, he's got a bit of like, you can imagine him...
Public schoolboy look.
Jimmy
even though he's from Neath.
Anderson, yeah, him, Jimmy Anderson, Stuart Broad. You can imagine all of them hanging out, can't you? Do you
Yeah,
have that
and
look
look,
about him?
I don't really... Well, I don't. I wish the worst to the English cricket team. Yes, it's England and Wales, but I wish them the
No, I
worst
agree
because
with you there.
it can't be England and Wales.
No, it's not England and Wales. They've got lions on it and everything.
No, exactly. When Wales does have its own cricket team, I want Ben Davis to be the main man.
Yeah,
Open the bat in for the boys. Yeah.
I can picture him like, offering his bat after scoring a century.
Yeah.
To
I
Sophia
think he'd look
Gardens
really good in
faithful.
those like little caps they wear as well.
Yeah,
So
I could. Yeah, do you know what, with the sun cream on his nose and everything?
yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I've got Kiefer Moore as water polo.
What does a
Or-
water polo player look like?
or-
Swim in general, actually.
Swimming general. I've got him as breaststroke as well.
Right.
I don't know why. I can just imagine him. Yeah, I can totally
There's a
imagine
joke to be made there about
Yeah.
Kiefer Moore's talents, but look, it's
I
not for
bet
me
he's
to
absolutely
say.
fantastic at breaststroke.
Oh, fantastic breaststroke.
I want to just interject here. He was injured on Friday, but I saw him when I was up in Wrexham.
Yeah.
God, he's good looking.
He's a
Oh,
good-looking man.
he's so handsome.
He was getting out his very nice car. He was on his way to training. He just looked like well presented. If I turned up to training, I'd look like a bag of shit. I'd roll up my
Like you do now.
Tesco bag. Exactly. Turn up my Tesco bag, my boots in it,
Yeah.
and I turn up and like I'm training on K. He's pristine. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, you bet he smells
Am I in love with
fantastic.
him? Yeah, I didn't want to get that close just in
Yeah.
case,
Loads of footballers smell really nice. Though.
Yeah.
Yes, they walk past and you just get a whiff. And
Olivier Giroud smells lovely. He walked past me a few years ago. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, who is that? Turned around, Olivier Giroud.
Nice.
Smelled like £1 million man.
They just smell like wealth, don't they?
Yeah.
That's what Troy Deeney used to say about
health.
Virgil van Dijk, didn't he?
Van Dijk, yeah.
Apparently smelled lovely on the pitch. So
Yeah. That was the one that popped into my head. He smells great, yeah.
That might be another big question. Which footballers smell good and which... Well, my mate Ol always says that he thinks Mikel Arteta smells bad. He looks like a man who smells bad. So...
Yeah, I mean... I thought he was quite a clean cut, but he's also got a bit of the...
musky.
What was the one? Is it Joachim Löw?
Oh, yeah. Let's not go into that. Yeah, I think we've spoken about this on the pod before, weirdly.
Yeah. Smelling his pooey fingers.
Yeah, I've got Harry Wilson as a pre-war footballer.
That's quite good.
Maybe not playing another sport, but playing in another era.
Yeah.
I think I can imagine him sort of running and doing that like jumping wave thing. They actually do in the Damn United, but we'll talk about that in the Patreon section.
Oh my God, yeah.
The little wave jump, hey, you know.
Can I say, I think they nailed that in that film, by the way.
Yeah.
The way that,
Save it.
don't want these scabs.
No.
Scabs here, and that's great content.
Anything else from you?
I had Harry Wilson as a tennis player. I can imagine him with like kind of Rafa Nadal sort of headband, keeping his hair back, or like Roger Federer.
I've had David Brooks as a tennis player.
Yeah.
I've worked with a lot of tennis players, obviously worked on the tennis for a bit, and a lot of them have like these sort of baby face schoolboy looks.
Yeah.
David Brooks schoolboy looks.
Definitely.
'Cause my mama don't like you, but she likes David Brooks. Reece Hartley, if you're listening, I still need the lyrics to that chant that you tried to get going in, I think it was North Macedonia. There was a lot of lines, a lot of lyrics. It was quite wordy, but I want it to be a thing.
Yeah.
And well, they don't like you, but she likes David Brooks. Despite his schoolboy looks. Something like that. It was fantastic. It was really good.
The bones are there and great chant. Jay Da Silva, jockey.
Oh, of course, yeah. That goes without saying.
Someone has to be a jockey.
Someone has to be a jockey. Dan James, scrum half.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. He's not chopsy enough though. He's too nice to be a scrum half.
Yeah, okay.
He's got the build
a
and the
scrum
look
half's supposed to be like annoying little shits.
Yeah, they yap all the time.
Right.
Yeah. They're like Charlie Furt, yapping
yeah.
all the time.
Faf de Klerk.
Yapping all the time.
That's the only scrum half I know. And Dwayne Peel.
Dwayne Peel.
The two scrum halves I know.
Yeah, Dwayne Peel I think was quite a nice guy as a scrum half.
Yeah.
But generally speaking.
It's a funny
they're
name,
not nice.
Dwayne, as well, I gotta say.
Dwayne Peel.
Dwayne Peel.
My mum thinks he's very handsome.
Oh, there we are then. Joe Rodon, MMA.
I had him as a boxer.
Yeah, he just looks like a scrapper, doesn't he?
Yeah, has he got a broken nose or is it just his nose?
I think it's just his nose, isn't it? And it's the tats, like the neck tats and stuff.
Yeah, I can totally imagine him as an MMA
Yeah, it just looks like a lunatic. And my last one, Rob Page, darts.
I was thinking who could be the darts guy. We don't.
Rob Page is a
dart.
Yeah. You could see him in his little polo shirt thing.
What's his walkout music?
Right said Fred, I'm too sexy. His fellow bald icons.
Yeah.
Or just the whole crowd going, baldy, baldy, over there. Sorry to all our bald listeners, because I'm sure there's a few out there.
We love and respect.
We love and respect. Honestly, I was talking to one of our friends who won't be named, who's having a few doubts about the future of his hairline. And he was going to start looking into treatments. And I said to him, just go for it. I genuinely think the day that I am showing that I am really on the back foot, it's got to go.
Yeah.
And you've just got to, and I respect.
Either go bald or get a transplant.
Or get a transplant. Go in, hanging on to it, doing the old Bobby Charlton home overs and stuff, not having it.
No,
so,
I agree with that.
That.
I'm glad we covered that. Yeah.
Big respect to the bald men is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm glad we mentioned name redacted.
We'll have to redact that name.
Yeah.
Charlie, can you just say name redacted?
That is not good, Charlie.
Name redacted.
You've just outed one of our friends that we're going to censor.
He loves a shout out on the podcast. He puts in the chat every time. You'll love that.
Yeah.
Can
I just say sexy bald men? There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Max Branning, famously, EastEnders, the biggest shagger in.
Didn't start with Jason Statham. It's fucking mental.
No, Max Branning is the go-to sexy bald man. Mate, he was doing absolute. He was all over the shop in the
Moving on. Anything else, Greg, on the players that look like
Carl Darlow, F1 driver?
Okay.
I just think he's quite handsome.
Yeah.
He looks well groomed and everything, and he's got the right build. Charlie doesn't look very sure of that one.
Tall.
Yeah, I was going to say, he won't fit in those little cars they go in.
They go round.
Also not having it as a sport.
Okay. No, that's bad take. It is 100% a sport.
Shut up.
They are unbelievable, Nick.
Do you have darts as a sport?
Oh, without doubt. There's a skill to darts. You're only as good as the car you're driving in F1, aren't you?
Right. I'm not a massive F1 head, to be fair, but I will defend F1 drivers here. They have to be in really good shape. Their reaction time's got to be super quick. these are proper athletes. Have you seen the shape?
Anyone can speed. I'm fucking testament to that.
I would love to see Ryan in an F1 car. It wouldn't last 5 seconds. Yeah.
Cool.
Wouldn't get in. Oh, no. Neither would I.
Yes!
That's harsh.
No, but Brian,
I'm trying my best, Greg.
you're a bear. You're a bear.
Right.
I'm a twin.
For fuck's sake.
Right. Well, we've mentioned lots of players there, Greg. Some more complimentary than others, I believe. But Jordan James is missing. Any reason why?
I think because I think he'd be too busy thinking up mini games for us to play. If we're actually going to pick him as an athlete, though, I would say that he'd be a boxer in like the 1920s.
Right.
You know, like kind of Johnny Owen from Merthyr back in the day, not the new Johnny Owen, the old Johnny Owen. So yeah, but anyway, he's too busy making up games. So let's play a Jordan James mini game.
Woo!
3, 2, 1.
Jordan James, he's done it again. He just cannot stop suggesting games.
System shut down.
I should say, Greg, a fantastic jingle that we didn't reference last week.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, friend of Welsh football,
Yeah.
Simon Davis, the commentator,
Yes.
has done us a huge favour there.
Yeah. I messaged him on the off chance that he would say yes. Simon's a lovely bloke, and I've worked with him quite a lot with BBC, and yeah, he's class, and his impressions are second to none as well.
What's his
Should
best
say.
impression?
I don't want to say because
I remember who it is.
that person might not. Yeah. It's a nice, it's an accurate impression. It's not
Yeah.
mean, but yeah, anyway, it's probably best not to say what that is. But he's a great bloke, and I just gave him a WhatsApp and said, would you mind commentating with what he said?
Yeah.
Jordan James, he's done it again. He just cannot stop suggesting games.
Imagine having a voice like that. I think I'd talk as if I'm commentating all the time.
Yeah, same.
Like making a cup of tea, sort of, and he's done it!
Yeah.
The kettle has been boiled and poured into the cup
Yeah.
with precision.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you, Simon.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. Appreciate it. Yeah, really.
Charlie is currently dealing with the game. What is the game this week, Charlie? As the man who is in constant contact with Jordan James.
So Jordan's... I've got to say, I think Jordan's been to a few parties over Christmas. I think this is it's a big staple on the dinner table.
Party animal.
It's sticking a sticky note on the other person's head, and they got to ask questions to work out who they are. What's the game actually called?
Oh, it's just the
It's
old
not
classics.
charades.
20 questions. I don't know.
Yeah, like
who
20
am I?
questions.
Guess
Who am
who?
I?
It's not guess
Yeah.
who, is it? But
One of them. So
guess who is also.
So obviously Jordan's had a really good Christmas with his family, playing some games on the dinner table, and this is an original idea apparently, according to Jordan. but
Yeah, he said no one's ever thought of this before.
which I didn't question him on because I love him and respect him. But I've got a feeling everyone listening has probably played this or seen someone else playing it at some point in television, culture, media, life.
Yeah.
Looking through the window of the neighbours.
I'm 1-0 up after last week. Greg's appalling performance in the travel game. So you've got a lot. So how we're going to do this? We can play against each other. Whoever gets it in the least amount of goes, wins.
Yeah, sounds good. So, Charlie, if you count, yeah? How many questions I've asked?
Charlie is currently deciding on what players we're going to get on our heads, and then he's going to come and stick them right here on our big old bonces.
Charlie, does Jordan want us to take it in turns to ask questions, or is it like Ryan asks questions, sees how quick he can get it, and then I ask questions, see how quick I can get it?
Yeah, do it that. He wants you to do it. So I'm going to stick one on Ryan's head shortly, and then they're going to go through it, and then see how many times it takes Ryan to get there, and then we're going to do the same for Greg.
Excellent. Let's get going then.
I've got one written down. So who's going first?
Me or you, Greg?
You can go first.
Actually,
So you're guessing first.
I'll guess. No, you guess first.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's up
so
to you.
Greg's head gets the sticker.
Okay, fine. No, but I've got to guess who's on my forehead.
yes.
So I'm guessing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
guessing first.
Yeah. So it's how quick we guess.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you asked me the questions, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just making sure you
Excellent.
in the monitor.
The problem is, Charlie, I am visually impaired.
And also, that's not sticking on very well.
Okay, I can see it. Yeah, I think I can see it.
I feel like we need tape. Right, just put one finger on your forehead, Greg. Just hold it there. That's good. This is a good game.
Charlie, come here and just whisper it in my ear just to confirm. I'm pretty sure I can see it. Correct. Cool.
Is he currently playing?
No.
Did he play in the 90s?
Yes.
Was he a striker?
No.
Was he a goalkeeper?
No.
Was he a midfielder?
Yes.
Was he a centre midfielder?
No.
Ryan Giggs?
No.
Is he from Cardiff?
No.
I'm wasting questions here.
Yeah, not good.
Is he from North Wales?
No.
Okay, is he from Swansea?
No.
Fuck. Is he English born?
No.
Oh my Christ, where else is there?
Where
Is it a
else is
Pembrokeshire
it?
boy? Is it a Pembrokeshire?
It is a Pembrokeshire boy.
Oh, okay. Is it Simon Davis?
It's Simon Davis.
Oh, come
the boy
on.
from Solver.
Pembrokeshire.
The boy from Solver. Yeah,
boy
well
from
done,
Solver,
mate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Simon Davis, David Gray, Meg Stevens.
Yeah.
Solver, what a place.
What a trio.
Solvach.
Solvach.
What a guy. Cool, so how many was that?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Can't be that hard, can it?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
That was because I just did slashes instead of numbers. And then I had to go through and count.
Yeah, that was 13. I'm quite unhappy with that, actually. I wasted too much time on
Yeah.
positions.
Also, great choice because Simon Davis on the mind.
Yeah, true.
Different Simon Davis is the commentator. Simon Davis is the player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, my go.
Fulham legend.
Another Fulham legend. Yeah. Quite a few. Well, actually, Fulham haven't had loads of Wales players, have they?
Chris Coleman.
Chris Coleman, Kit Simons.
Kit Simons.
Greg, you happy for questions about them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go then.
Yeah, Kit's like, well, Mitch has got a Fulham flag, and it's like Fulham.
Jazz
Welsh.
Richards.
Jazz Richards is a big one.
Yeah.
I always remember
Andy
that.
Melville, of course.
Andy Melville.
Yeah.
There's actually been quite a few.
Yeah.
I always remember when Jazz Richards got that assist away in Cyprus.
Yeah.
And
lift your hair up a little bit, mate.
Yeah, because I've got such a great hair.
I was actually watching that game with Mitch, and the whole time he had been talking about how much he loves Jazz Richards. And then he got that assist. It was probably the most significant thing he did in a Welsh shirt.
Yeah. And he marked Eden Hazard out of the game against Belgium.
True. And that-
in the home.
Yeah.
What a campaign for the boy.
I know.
Then he came to Cardiff after playing for Swansea and refused to do the Ayatollah, and then basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool. Ready when you are, Ryan.
Am I still playing?
No.
Did I play in the 90s?
Yes.
Did I play in the 2000s?
No. Don't think so.
Okay. Was I part of the 94 Romania side?
Yeah.
Well, the USA qualifying campaign.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I a defender?
Nope.
Midfielder?
Nope.
Striker?
Yeah.
Dean Saunders?
Oh, he's done it in 8. That's so annoying. That's clinical.
7 I've got.
Oh, okay, 7 then. I am really upset with that.
Look.
Simon, I spent too much time.
You have stepped up to one of the great Welsh football trivia men.
That's true.
And it's going to take you some time.
Yeah, I remember when we did the Alternative Wales quiz in 11s, and I was on a team with Yola Chung, and he did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I knew that Paul Bowden missed that penalty against Romania, but I could not think of it. And Yola was just there, just shaking his head at me like, mate, come on. And he refused to write it down until I remembered who it was, which I didn't mind at all. I was like, yeah, and I finally got it in the end.
I think there's probably a handful of people who would beat me in Welsh trivia, and Yolo is one of them.
Yeah,
so
he knows everything.
yeah, fair play to the boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, proud of that. Look, it's a matter of you've got to be clinical with these things. It's a striker. He's not going to go obvious Ian Rush. He's not going to go obvious Mark Hughes. So it's obviously Dean Saunders. So, that's how quick my mind works. Ferrari.
He's a terrible loser.
Ferrari brain.
We've been playing a lot of Monopoly Deal, and I've been fucking hammering him.
Oh, he's a
That makes me
capitalist
feel
pig.
better.
He is a capitalist pig.
He was going, "You're a hateful man. You are." After I stole several of his sets.
He is hateful and he's so smug. So it's nice to be able to get it and do it on a platform where people are watching. Not many.
No, not many. This is
but
what,
people are watching.
that's why we need to do a live stream of Monopoly Deal at some point, which is Alternative Wales gaming. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just say everything we do is Alternative
Yeah.
Wales something. Ryan doesn't want to do that. Okay,
Nope.
fine.
We
moving
have
on.
our lane. Let's stick to it.
Yeah.
This weekend, Greg, we played a bit of Monopoly Deal on Saturday, but I also went to watch Cardiff Drax. This is Cambrian, which was a nice little day out in the Cymru South Obviously, not many games on this weekend. I think it was one of the only games on in the Cardiff region. So my first time going to Cardiff Drax. And I'm not saying Gabalfa looks like sort of suburban Moscow, but it did feel a little bit like I was playing it in watching football in the Soviet Union, and I loved it. It's a great little setup there. Great game of football, blood and thunder, mud. There was a big brawl. A Cambrian coach got sent off. And then it was 2-0 to Cambrian. The second goal, quite possibly one of the most bonkers decisions I've ever seen. Late on, 1-0, Cardiff Drax have a free kick. The goalkeeper goes up for it, but hangs right so far at the back post that he clearly isn't going to make that run late into the box. And then the guy hits the wall with the free kick, and Cambrian run at the other end and score.
You've got to question what the goalie's thinking there.
It was bizarre. It was bizarre, but a fantastic day out. So
photos look great as well.
Yeah, you can see them on our socials.
Yeah.
And in other news this week as well, I just want to point people in the direction of the TNS owner Mike Harris's Twitter page. If you're still on the godforsaken platform that is Twitter/X/Musk's hellhole, head over to Mike Harris's page where he is trying to flog his documentary by replying to everything. It's sort of, you're seeing is believing. There's an account here called Wide Awake Media, which is sort of slagging off Ursula von der Leyen, or von der Leyen, which he replies with, "Hey, I'm watching the New Saints." So he's just replying to things. There's one called MAGA Stormier that he just retweeted that. Also not a great look. But yeah, honestly, you could spend hours just scrolling. He's just tweeting people, asking them, Jeremy Clarkson, J.K. Rowling, Elon Musk, watch all the greats,
all the big hitters there,
to watch his documentary. So yeah, that is a bit of that would be my recommendation for this week. And on the subject of recommendations, Greg, did you listen to Met after last week's tip off?
I did
Thoughts?
thoroughly enjoy it.
Good.
It was my type of thing.
Yeah,
it was like, yeah, it was just nice. I don't know.
It was just nice. There we go.
Music.
You can pop that on your posters, Met. Greg Kane of Alternative Wales says it was just nice.
Doesn't sound like I've listened to it, but I have. And it was nice. It's just nice, easy listening.
It is. It's
you know.
They're playing Club on the 7th of Feb, which I'll be going to. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, nice.
Cracking band.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm sorry, I've not got much more to say other than I enjoyed listening.
Yeah. Okay. So another band that you might think are just nice this week. I was thinking earlier, I was getting ready, pulled a t-shirt out of my wardrobe to wear because that's what I do. I just go in blind. Lucky dip. And it was a Get Down Services t-shirt, who are probably my favourite discovery of the last sort of 6 months or so. I think they're from Minehead originally. But I would say the Venn diagram of music and humour very rarely combines. You've got your Goldie looking chains of this world, which is sort of the sweet spots of the Venn diagram. But Get Down Services, they're up there. They're brilliant. So listen to them, Greg. My entry points would be Dog Dribble. They have a line that says Ken Dodd's dad's dog's death on the telly.
I feel reference.
Yeah. Get Back Jamie, which is about just slagging off Jamie Oliver.
Okay.
And they do reference Nadia Hussein being a fucking excellent cook.
Okay.
In it. And I can't remember the song name right now, which is bad of me, but they also reference an Iron Bevan in it.
Cool,
so
good.
there's your Welsh reference. They're big in the Welsh. They've sort of got a bit of an affinity with Cardiff. Saw them at Soon Festival, and they sort of were saying how much they love playing Cardiff. They're thrown in the Diolch and Fawrs. They're big. They've played Green Man a lot of times, and seem to sort of have found their home with Welsh crowds. So not a Welsh band this week, but sort of Welsh adjacent. I'm going to see them in Cwrw in Carmarthen.
Lovely.
The day after we play Bosnia. So if it does go badly against Bosnia, I've got that sort of buffer to sort of try and make it feel better. And if we beat Bosnia, I'm riding a crest of a wave all the way to Carmarthen's Cwrw Bar to watch one of my favourite bands, Get Down Services. So that's your homework for this week, Greg.
Lovely. I'll give that a listen. Looking forward to it. Before we move on, I just want to say, you just reminded me of something. So, have you heard of the band?
Where are we going?
Have you heard of the band Easy Life, who have now rebranded as Hard Life?
I've heard of them, never listened.
Yeah, I really like them. They're really good. I've seen them a few times live. And I saw them in Cardiff in the SU. And they're obviously English guys. I think they're from Leicester. And someone had a Welsh flag in the crowd, and he was like, after one or two songs, he was like, Welsh flag, give it here. And then they pass it on. And he like, draped it around himself. And then he just went in the mic. He was like, everyone be quiet. And it all went quiet. And then he just went, fuck England.
It's good
and
stuff.
everyone just went, yeah. It's
Good stuff.
For an English guy
It's
to do that
such
was
an
very
easy
funny.
win. The
Yeah.
amount of time I've seen bands just throw in a Diolch yn Fawr or say something about something. It's
Yeah.
just a great easy win, and I respect it.
Yeah.
You got to get those easy wins, don't you?
Getting the crowd on side.
It's an easy life, isn't it?
Liam Gallagher's "Why Are You Playing Cardiff for Your First Oasis gig?" is like because Cardiff is the bollocks.
Exactly.
Things like that.
And he's bang on.
And he did the there are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't speak Welsh.
Yeah,
So that was quite nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
he doesn't. So yeah, before we wrap up, there has been some bad news in Welsh football over the last week as well. We lost the legendary Terry Yorath, player and manager. And yeah, look, I mean, I don't really know much about Terry Yorath. You know, he was a manager before my time. He was a player before my time, but sort of just one of those people that's spoken about by those who saw him, especially as a manager. You know, my parents' generation, sort of, that's when they really got into Welsh football, like the sort of the campaign for USA 94, Terry Yorath in charge, just all around top bloke.
Yeah.
And yeah, sad to see that he's no longer with us.
I was chatting to my partner Manon's dad about this last night, actually, and he was saying about him and said that when Yorath was playing in the 70s and 80s, he basically, I think it was at Wembley, and the English FA refused to play the Welsh national anthem. It was back in the day where God Save the Queen or King or whatever would be considered the British anthem, and it was the same in rugby, I think, as well. And he basically, it was him who led the charge to get the Welsh players to stand there after God Save the Queen had finished, as a sort of like, we're going to stand here because now is when our anthem should be being played. And it wasn't long after that the anthem started being played. So I think he wasn't a Welsh speaker, but I think he was still extremely patriotic and cared a lot about the language and stuff. So I think he's really well respected for that, as well as his football and his management career as well. So yeah, very sad.
Yeah, friend of Alternative Wales, Mark Evans, famous for Dylan for Merthyr and his cracking beard that you just see everywhere. He put a couple of tweets up because obviously he joined the FAW and Terry Yorath would have been his first manager, and he said 2 stories to sum him up and his passion for Wales. We lost 5-1 in Bucharest and we're on the bus back to the hotel. We're crossing a big square when 3 lads run parallel to us being chased by a mob. So Terry stops the bus and gets them on board to save them, which is a lovely touch. And in a similar vein, in Ostrava, we've just drawn, but there's been an attack on our fans during the game. A couple of fans are bloodied and our doc is asked to help them. Terry finds out and invites all the injured fans into our dressing room to be treated and then helps with the bandages. You know, it's a very different time, but it's good to know. He just seemed like just a very genuine bloke. So yeah, rest in peace, Terry.
Yeah.
That's that then, Greg. Another podcast done as we continue to find our feet in the world of weekly podcasting. Stick around if you're a member. And you can hear our thoughts on the latest film we've watched in Alternative Wales Film Club, which is The Damned United. Greg, any other final thoughts from you?
No, I think that sums it up quite nicely.
Great. This was an Alternative Wales podcast brought to you by Terras Media.